Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the ATWB basketball training. This is where I'm going to put all the remote learning and all the game plans. Now these game plans, guys, I want all the players to watch these before they come into practice so they can have an understanding of what we're actually going to work on, so we don't have to waste time introducing it, so we can really get in there and really work with it and get their hands on so they can really get to this. Now, if you guys are new to this, please, ATWB Basketball Training is the YouTube page where you'll find all this stuff. It's not public. It's just for you guys to type it in. I only want players and families to be able to reach this information and be able to use it. Okay? Now, we will be starting travel earlier. Guys, I just think that we need to get these kids out there. We need to get these players out there so they can get game experience. I plan to keep these kids for a while. I just want to make sure that we're getting the most out of this season. There's a lot of season that's being canceled. I'm just giving us enough time so we can get out there and work through the kinks, because we have to make up for a year of just lost. So we have to kind of get out there and get this game experience and get them miles on the tires, as they say. All right, guys. So today, what we work on 1-3-1 zone. 1-3-1 zone is great for trapping the ball, setting up good, quick, fast break offense. You can rebound the ball out of this. I think it's a combination between an aggressive zone and a smart zone. Okay, guys. Let's move on to the numbers here. Now, players and coaches, don't look at the numbers so much. I just want you to look on the screen of the formation. We have 1 high, 3 wide, 1 low. Okay? Now, the player here in blue needs to be 3 things. They need to be fast, aggressive, and great at defense. Fast, aggressive, and great at defense. This is going to be your athlete. This is going to be the total package player on the court at all times. This is who your best player, your best defense all-around player. This is where I want them to go in this set. Okay? Because they're going to be doing the most, covering the most ground out of anyone on the floor. Okay? I want my best defender on right-hand wing right here. Best defender on right-hand wing, because I'm going to ask you to do a lot of trapping. On the right-hand wing, I'm going to ask you to do a lot of trapping. Now, if the ball is here and you are a wing over here that's away from the trap, you're going to need to learn how to drop to the opposite block, so we can take away somebody from the other team slipping in for easy weak side or backdoor basket. Weak side or backdoor players, if you don't know what that is if the ball is on the right hand side, then the left hand is the weak side. If the ball is on the left side, then the weak side, basically it's the opposite side the ball is on. Okay? My person in the middle, which is highlighted with the yellow number 5, this is going to be my biggest player, my rebounder, my brute, my person that's going to need to keep everyone in between the ball and the basket. We're looking for our big boys, our hosses, okay? Number 4 is going to be my quickest player. Number 4 has got to be able to mirror the basketball. If the ball is at the top of the key, you need to be in the middle of the lane, eyeing it from the top of the key. If the ball dribbles to the left, you need to shade over to the left, shade over to the right. Because once that ball is thrown to the corner, you are going to have to get to that corner. And you cannot get there if you are sitting in home by the rim and the ball's already passed to the right side. You have to kind of anticipate where the ball is going to go, because once the ball is passed to the corner, it's your job to trap it and get that basketball. Okay, let's move on to our trap screen. Okay, all right, guys, like we talked about, 1 3 wide, 1 low. Okay, now as you can see in this picture, 1 and 2 are going to trap high on the wings. Now if it goes to the other side, 1 and 4 are going to trap high. Remember what I said. If we say we trap on 1 and 2, 1 and 2 traps, 5 would drop down, 3 would drop to the corner, and number 4 would drop to the rim. Remember, for 2 and 4, my wing defenders, if the ball's away from you, you drop. Ball away, drop. Remember this. Ball away, drop. Okay? Now in the corners, our trap zone is the guy who's near the rim, my quickest player. He's going to need to run to that corner and trap whatever side the ball gets thrown to. 2 and 4, your job is to sink down in that general area and help them trap or create confusion in that area. Okay? All right, so let's move on to number 4. All right, guys, here's just some basic information to use with this. Home, ball in the middle. Okay? As we said, there's our athlete. We have a defender, our big boy, and our best defender, and then we have our quickest defender. That's how it's always going to look. Now, say the ball is dribbled or passed to the left. That wing defender and the top guard will trap. 3 is going to shade the ball. Our person near the basket is going to come out and shade the ball. So if it's passed to the corner, he's only got to take 1 step and bam, he's there. The big man, the hoss, the big boy, he's always going to be, always, the biggest player on the court, always, is going to be in between the ball and the basket. The ball and the basket. And if you're a guard on the 3 wide and the ball's away from you, drop down. Okay? Again, right-hand side. Top and wing trap. Big boy's in between rim and basket. Guy that's at the basket has shaded so he can take care of that corner, and the guard away has dropped. Now, once the ball gets delivered to the corner, my rim runner is trapping. My wing is trapping. 5 is now, big boy's in between ball and basket. The opposite guard has dropped, and 1 is now playing middle. Once the ball gets into the corner, for those of you who are on the court as my best athlete at the time, you are to drop in the middle once the ball is in the corner. Okay? Left hand, we got our rim runner. We got our big boy in between the ball and the basket. Our guard has dropped since he's away from the ball. And our wing on this side is looking to trap and help or create a bad pass. And our guy at the top, our athlete, is sitting in the middle once the ball is in the corner. Okay. One thing to go over with this, guys. Now, here's my expectation. When a shot goes up, everyone but the top guy needs to crash the boards for the rebound. So, this will be a disciplinary action if this does not happen in practice and whenever we do this. 4 players at all times need to crash the basket. 4 players at all times. So the 3 players that are nearest the basket crash, and 4 crashes in there for a loose ball. Okay? And 1 is always just going to leak out to the outlet spot. I don't want that top guy getting there for the rebound. I don't want my 4 bodies down there banging. Okay? Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we are now going to flip it over to a video. I want you guys to watch this video.
Knows exactly where they're supposed to be at all times. At Adams Friendship, we've had wonderful success because in the 1-3-1, kids know exactly where they're supposed to be.
Exactly.
We'll start off very quickly showing you how we number it to keep it simple for practice and games. And number 1 is usually our best athlete. Usually taller, long arms, because we want him in a position to be able to cover the whole floor. Our 2 and 3 are the wings. 2 is on ball side. He's usually smaller, quicker, loves to pressure the ball. Our weak side wing is usually bigger, more teams shoot from the right, and he's a better rebounder. Our 5 is our strongest player, always plays between ball and basket. We need some strength in there. They've been at Adams 5'11" all the way to 6'5" or 6'4". Doesn't make any difference, needs a big heart. 4 is our baseline runner. And it's exactly what it is. The baseline runner does just that, sprints corner to corner. Okay? Now, a lot of coaches love man-to-man stance for the entire defensive possession. So if, in fact, we're looking out there and everybody's in a stance but one, a sub will shortly be in the basketball game. So number 1 rule, always stay in a stance. All right, throw the ball around a couple times. Let's just see if we stay in that stance. All right, good enough. Now, that's rule 1. That's demanded. And in fact, sir. So if this guard, Nick, looks to the corner, we're reading his eyes like any good defensive back would do. And maybe the low post Aaron is sliding outside, looking to deflect, but he's watching his eyes. So if Nick throws it to the corner, we're on the way. Here, go. Throw it here. If he's out a little bit and they throw it low, he may look open. But because we're looking to move or reading the eyes, we're going to be moving, rule number 3, when the ball's in the air. So read eyes, move when the ball's in the air. 1, 2, 3. All right, just move it around the All right, nice job. At Adams Friendship, we never rest on defense, ever. And making it to state 5 times in a decade to a Final Four is the biggest reason for that. We don't rest on defense. If we're going to rest, it's going to be on the other end of the floor. We've got our first 3 rules. Our 4th rule is look to deflect. So if, for example, the number 4, let's say we have high pressure right now. The 4 is reading his eyes. If he sees a pass, even to the outside, throw it. He's on his way. He's looking to deflect. Coaching point. I would like him to turn his thumb down, as he did, so that he can control it and tip it. Very often at Adams Friendship, the person who deflects the ball is not the one who steals it. The person who deflects it, often not. So if everybody is eyeing the basketball and watching eyes, if there's a deflection, we expect to pick it up. Okay? So let's just move it around the horn a little bit and see if we could get a deflection by reading eyes. All right, we got one right away. All right, throw it back out. Review. Stay in a stance. Read eyes. Moving the balls in the air. Look to deflect. Now, when you see the film later, when I have clips, I'm giving you everything I have. I am not hiding anything. I'm sharing all that we do. There's a brotherhood in coaching where I think we can become better as an entire basketball program here and everywhere if we teach the game of basketball and don't just coach it. So there'll be coaching points, teaching points. Don't coach the 1-3-1, teach it. All the little things. For example, if Nick has the ball and we want high ball, and let's say he passes it to corner. We want high ball pressure. Teach it. Teach it. We want high pressure. And in fact, we'll teach this. We want the ball to be mirrored. So if it goes here and it gets there, Tim doesn't deflect it. If he's in a position to drive, now he mirrors the ball when he starts to drive. If he goes left, he's going to mirror it with both hands that way. So that in fact, the ball is always being pressured. The 5th coaching point, the 5th team defensive point, is that everyone goes to the boards mad. So when the ball is shot, everybody knows exactly where they're supposed to be. Now, the one thing that I've thought about a lot as I've nearing the end of my coaching career is, should you block out on every shot? Do people do it? Well, quite frankly, if the ball were shot here, and we'll shoot it in a second, move in a little, Nick, Tim would block him out. The wing would block him out. Most likely, let's say you're down a little bit, Nick, Billy would be able to block out the 5 who he's with. Now, when Aaron goes down, he probably won't be able to block all the time if they send 2, but he could. Okay? So we can have blockouts. If that's a crucial thing in your plan, then you block out. However, our number 1 never, ever blocks out. He learns to find caroms. He goes to the weak side board. It's something that we've discovered over the years. We'd play great defense, and then all of a sudden they'd miss it and they'd get the rebound. Now our leading rebounder is our number 1, and often our 1 is taller than our 5. He leads us. Now, right now we're in what's called 13. 13 would allow the 1 and the 5 to be somewhat back, protecting the basket. The wings would be tending to be off of the free throw line and ready to explode if necessary. All right, let me show you the basic slides out of 13. All right, if the ball comes across court, it's started by our number 2. He would simply have to call ball, and we know where we're supposed to be. So the 1 would have great ball pressure. All right? If he's wide and we're in 13, he might not be out. If we move into 23, which we'll discuss, then he would keep moving out and pressure higher. Or we might even call it 13 extended. All right, so right now we're in 13. The baseline runner, the number 4, is a step off of the baseline, ready to explode to corner. The wings on each side are ready to be pistons. I don't know any other way to say it. 4 is ready to run out. The 5 has one rule. He stays between ball and basket at all times. He never varies that rule. If, for example, he thought he had to help out on a bigger player here and move up here, that would create, unfortunately, the angles, you can stay out, Dusty, that we don't want. So the 5 rule, always stay between ball and basket.
All right, guys, that was the base fundamentals from a 1-3-1 zone. I think if we implement this and we really get good at this is going to help us have a better fast break offense, help us to score baskets easier, and take advantage of the athletes that we do have on this court. And it works really well with the offense that I'm looking to implement. So 1-3-1 zone, guys. Players, please be able to tell me what every position does. This is only a 15-minute video, guys. Just watch the video and do your remote learning. If you don't know what the remote learning is or the remote drills, it is on the ATWB basketball training page. I need you to do it when the weather permits. I need you to do it twice a week leading into our first practice, and review this video once or twice so you know what the 1-3-1 zone is designed to do. Just make sure be able to tell me what every player on the court's responsibilities are. Look at it as just like a game that you're wanting to really learn. Look at it, focus it, break it down, because any one of you can be in any of these spots. These spots are not the only spot that is dictated by size is really number 5. That is it. That is it. Everywhere else, I can fit you guys in anywhere. All right, guys. Hope you have a good week. I hope you have get all your stuff done at home with work and everything. Listen to your parents, and also just make sure you get on here and do this stuff so we could have a good first practice. All right, guys. You be good out there, and you guys have a great Sunday. All right, bye.